Okay, so when did you come up with the idea to create HEX?
It's funny. Sometimes you accidentally hit on amazing things. So originally, I was like, all right, I'm launching a coin. It's the maximum highest possible return on investment you could ever possibly do. I'm launching a coin. All right, what's the best coin I can launch? Well, it would be cool if the coin did real work and made a difference in the world. All right, so let's instead of doing wasteful proof of work where you're just burning electricity all the time, let's do useful proof of work and mine solutions to like hard science problems. So I had a buddy that wrote some computational fluid dynamics software. I was like, all right, we're gonna tokenize and turn into a proof of work system this CFD computation. It was too hard to do. It was insanely hard to do, like insanely. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna rotate. We're pivoting. That's too hard. So what's a little easier and still awesome? All right, let's take Bitcoin value and allow it to transmit over this new, better network, the Ethereum network, and we'll just give free coins to all the people that have Bitcoin. Okay, let's do that. That's an okay idea, right? And then I thought, well, why don't we make sure that people actually adopt it and use it? Slap some game theory on there, because like I, made millions and millions of dollars on affiliate programs, and I'm like, well, let's do an affiliate program for this. So start slapping the game theory on there, and the game theory turns out to be insanely good, insanely, and it changes the product from what it was originally designed or in like idea. The idea originally was to just transmit Bitcoin value on Ethereum. And then it turns into something that's more valuable than Bitcoin and more valuable than Ethereum, which is in the United States. So Bitcoin was designed to be a replacement for currencies because they constantly inflate them. It's a bad deal. So Bitcoin was designed to appreciate in value and replace currencies. That's what it's designed to do. And so far, it's failed entirely to do that. It has no adoption. No one uses it for actually buying stuff. No one carries it around in their wallet, uses it. There's slow as hell. You got like if you do a large value, you're supposed to wait an hour before you like actually give the person the stuff because the transactions could be rolled back. It's had 2 inflation bugs where anyone could mint as many free coins as they wanted. Back in 2010, someone did, and they had to roll the chain back. And then a year and a half ago, it happened again, but this time someone disclosed it instead of using it, and then they fixed it before someone could do it. That's a lot of problems, right? But it's still the highest appreciating thing that's ever existed. It's up 1.6 million X right now from 11 years ago. That's a lot of X. 1.6 million X is a lot of X from a penny to $16,000. So who really gives a shit about any of those other things? So it ended up being a store of value. Fine. Okay, it's a store of value. Doesn't do currency. Fine. That's okay. It's up 1.6 million X. It's enough, right? You can't buy coffee with Berkshire Hathaway stock either. But it did 20% returns for 50 years. So that's enough, Now, let's talk about currency. How much currency is there in the United States and China? $5 trillion printed. Okay. How much money is locked in time deposits in the banks in the United States and China? $7.2 trillion. Okay, well, it's a 50% larger market. So by adding game theory to HEX, it turned into the world's first blockchain time deposit because we built time deposits, which is a larger market than Bitcoin addresses. And we also do payments better, higher throughput, cheaper, more secure, anonymity if you want it. It's all there. So we do what Bitcoin does better than Bitcoin, and we have another feature which is more valuable than what Bitcoin was ever designed to do in the first place. And it was just through me thinking about how to make something the best that I could. So I started with an idea that was pretty good, and then by happenstance and luck, I ended up making something that was insane. Just like, wow, it's so good. So the price this year went up 263x this year. This year, if you bought January 5th and you held till a couple days ago, maybe like a week or two ago, you made 26,300% on your money. You let me know where else in the world you can do that. You can't do it anywhere. It's not possible. Oh, and guess what? No AML, no KYC, no sign up. You're minting your own rewards. It's just you and your own software and your own code. Just like Bitcoin miners mine their own Bitcoin, they create them out of thin air. Hex is the same way. You create your own rewards. So it's like, it's so good. I designed, like my design intention became, how do I make the highest appreciating asset that's ever existed in the history of mankind? So Bitcoin did 1.3 million X, 1.6 million X now, from a penny to 16,000. Ethereum did 10,000 X in 2.5 years, from 15 cents to $15,000. Hex is better designed from a game theory and economics perspective than either of those two currencies. And it so far is doing what it was designed to do. It's out appreciating them wildly. Like the chart, if you put Hex on a chart with all the other top cryptocurrencies, Hex does this, and all the other ones have moved so little in comparison. They've moved up like 150% this year. Like Bitcoin's up maybe like 120% this year, and Hex is up 26,000. So you can't even see the other currencies' movement. They're just like flat, dead lines is where we're at now. And there's a big payout coming up on November 19th of about $2 billion worth of X that's getting credited to all the stakers. That only happens one time. It's about 30% of the supply. And after that, it moves to lower inflation than Bitcoin ever had on its path to $20,000. It moves to 3.69% max. And it's delayed because it's only paid out at the end of stakes, and the average stake is 4.5 years.